Hello guys, we have Allied Book Folio 9470. The customer brought it, he said it's not powering on. But from what we are seeing here, we have a low load. When you plug it to the power supply, you will see the fan will blow very high. The power supply is taking 0.2 amps, which is not okay for the system to power on. And looking at the system, I noticed that someone has worked on it. Don't know if it is because of this purpose or any other thing. So we're going to be looking at this now. I will check. I'll first of all check from this place whether I have 3 volts and 5 volts. Let's just go from the basic. 3 volts and 5 volts is available, and I will jump. I will jump to checking if I have SLPS3. Does it come out? Yes, SLPS3 comes out high. Okay, which means there is another thing that is causing the problem. Okay, let me check if I have my power good. No, I don't have my power good high. My power good is low. So what are the requirements for power good? To open the schematic. This is the section for power good. So we'll know whether we have all the requirements for power good before we conclude that the reason why it's not powering. So we'll check this particular U7400. We'll go to pin 2 and pin 3. Pin 3 is the positive and pin 2 is the negative. So if the positive is lower than the negative, it will come out low. If the negative is lower than the positive, it will come out high. So we need it high so that the pull up can actually cross. We need 3 volts at the power group. So let's check pin 2. Pin 2 is negative. We have pin 2. In pin 2, we have 1.17. In pin 3, we have 1.3. So positive is higher, so it's coming out high. Then, and what will come out high is the pin 1, but it must work in accordance with pin 7. That is after we confirm that pin 5 is also higher than pin 6, because pin 5 is the positive and the pin 6 is the negative. So let's check pin 5. Pin 5 is 0.15 and pin 6 is 1.1. So this is where our problem is. We have to go and check 5 volts as VTT, VCCS8 power good, SLPS3. If they are all available, if they are all available, so the problem is actually from this place. So we will check whether we have our S5, our VTT, our VCCSA power good, and our SLPS3. Now from here, I have seen that we have our SLPS3 high. Now we have our VTT is here, but the power good of VCCSA is 0.5. 0.5. Now, what of the M-pwrok? M-pwrok, we will have to check whether why it's not coming, because I'm not getting it. I need to know whether the M-pwrok should come now or later. M-pwrok is okay. I think it should come. Should come. PMSLPAR should come before SLPS3, and we have two volt drive. So let's check the M-pwrok. Okay. Um, it is actually coming from this U2950. Where is U2950 on the board? U2950. Yeah, this is U2950 here. So pin 1 should be higher than pin 3 for it to cool high. So pin 1 is 1.2, pin 3 is 1.2 as well. So pin 4, pin 4 mm, it's not high. Pin 5, it's okay. So I think we should have 3 volts on this place. On the pin 1, it should be 3 volts other than. So I have to check if I have my 3 volt M and 1.0 volt, 1.05 M. If both of these voltages are on and the SLPSA is on, I should have a higher voltage here. So let me check. So we have D2950. I have SLP. We have PMSLPA. I have it. So what of the 1.05? Let me check. 1.05 is very important here now. We need to know if it is coming. It's coming from U6400. Now this is U6400. I have 1.05, so it should be available. So our problem is to get this M-pwrok. Okay, we need M-pwrok. Okay. Now checking the requirement of M-pwrok. Okay, you see that P1 and P2 is literally the same thing, so it's not working. I will check the requirements that will make the one high. We will check for 3 volts M. It is showing 2.6, which is not supposed to be, so it's supposed to be 3.3. We will check 1.05 is available. Then we check for A. SLP A hash is high, it's 3.3. So I'm going to make this 3 volts M 3.3. I'll run a jugal. So if I'm able to make it 3.3, and we will know whether it will come on steady. Now, let me run the jugal from where 3 volts M is coming from to that resistor. Let's know whether we will have our system on. This is not enough. Yeah, yes, we have our system on now. If you look at the power supply, you see that the system is on. But we will still have to check our display to know if we have our display. Like I said, somebody has worked on it on the BIOS. I will try to know if the BIOS is okay, and so on. That is if the display did not come. I check with my keyboard. And the way the fan is blowing, I don't think the display should be here. So no display. I'll work on the BIOS to get the display back. The BIOS is done, so we're going to check if we have our display now. Ah yes, our display is here, so this work is done. The problem is actually from the M-pwrok. Okay, so we couldn't get the this thing. What's it called? 3 volts complete. It was coming 2 point something. That was the reason why the power good wasn't coming. I believe this video can help someone. Thank you for watching.